Yo, what is up, guys? So we're going to be showcasing off the new Cinderella or Fairy Tales or Disney, whatever the deck you want to call it. But anyways, I got a few variety of gameplays here to showcase for you guys. And I want to showcase off a lot of different things that can happen in this deck and different builds and a lot of interesting things. This one is actually really dirty. I didn't even think about this, but now I want to try it out. We're going to be using Battle Mania, and obviously the field spell in the deck allows you to just destroy your opponent's monster and inflict half the damage to them. But here over on the opponent's field, we'll also have Lava Golem. So Lava Golem will obviously get rid of any problematic cards, because in this deck, well, you'd actually need your normal summon due to the effect of Golden Castle and Stormberg, because you're going to special summon anyways. So a lot of people are testing out a lot of different builds, and I like this. Utilizing, of course, Glass Slippers, equip it to Lava Golem, so he can't even attack. Even though Lava Golem would want to maybe attack, destroy himself, and take the 1500 rather than taking 1000 every single turn, well, I mean, he's making it so he can't attack and get rid of the card. So it's going to linger on the board with, of course, Glass Slippers. A lot of times people would probably link anyways with it, but at this point he's activated Battle Mania, so therefore everything would have to attack. But he's going to activate the Phantom Knight's Wing and go ahead and get rid of it. But nonetheless, I like this idea, though, of comboing the all-out, the Battle Mania, so it forces your opponent to attack, and with the field spell, works out pretty good. But, yo, Mr. Dot, you know who you are, because that was your username. Thank you for that. That was really cool. So, I've noticed in Mirror Match, and shoutouts to everyone who sent in some replays. If I didn't feature yours, it's because we had one that was pretty much the same thing. But shoutouts to Magus for this play over here. Now, I've seen a lot of people make decks with the Gren Maju Dieza, but there's also a few other options that you can go for, and we were talking about this in the live stream, I remember this, with the Invocation. You can actually make the Raging, which is going to be able to Book a Moon something, and this is actually pretty key. This example over here in the showcase is basically going to be showing off like the Mirror Match, because in Mirror Match, a lot of times what happens in this deck is both players will sit on the Golden Castle and they'll sit on Pumpkin. But with the addition of Raging, you're able to actually get rid and Book a Moon their Pumpkin. Pumpkin protects the Golden Castle, that's why. But now, when you summon the Hexytrude, you're able to just go ahead and pop the Golden Castle, therefore you're going to be able to get started. Because other than that, it usually involves trying to go for a rank 4 monster, and then either bouncing back or destroying Pumpkin Carriage through some other means, and then you'll have access to getting rid of Golden Castle. Because you have to get rid of this if you're going to try to inflict damage to your opponent. Because if you try to attack, well, your monster's just going to die. And that's why he can't attack over here. But again, he's just going for the same play of Pumpkin Carriage. And you'll notice that a lot. Even when I was live streaming, when we were testing out the deck. Even though, when I live stream, a lot of the cards didn't work properly. So that's why this is other people's gameplay here. Because I guess they were able to get the newer version of the card. Yeah, Hexytrude wasn't added, and its effect wasn't properly added when I was streaming. But there's a few good duels in here. This one, as I know the guy's playing Buster Blade. Wow, not even meta. No, hold on, dude. The guy makes a pretty good field, all right? Otherwise, of course, I wouldn't share it with you guys. But anyways, we got the Decode Talker turn 1, and you might be thinking, oh, that's terrible. What, Decode Talker, double back row plus. Okay, some of the Buster Blader support is actually pretty insane. I mean, just being able to just straight up get out and negate terraforming and be like, yo, I got Buster Dragon and Buster the Dragon Destruction Swordsman. I mean, you're going to be able to get a huge boost of attack, and you make all dragons go to defense position, and this makes it so everything becomes dragon. Well, it doesn't really matter because Golden Castle is OP. That's really what it comes down to, and also reading is hard. Attack, okay, rip your field right there, and he doesn't know what to do, and you'll see that quite often. I mean, this is early on, but even when I was streaming, and look at this, we've got Gren Maju Dieza with 4,000 attack. There's a lot of potential here. Now, in this instance over here, his opponent didn't read, and that's going to be a common theme. You'll see that a few times, but there's a few players that understand you don't attack while this card's on the field. It's not like a once per turn. When I was streaming, and this card worked properly the whole stream when I was streaming. By the way, if you're not following me on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. It'll be in the description box if you guys want to check out when I'm streaming and testing out all the new stuff. But a lot of times what would happen, someone would attack, I would activate, well, Golden Castle is a mandatory effect, and then the person would be like, what, that's OP, and then like they would attack again, and then they would just leave the game. Now this Crawler player over here, he actually does kind of put up a good fight. There's actually a little combo here that gave him some extra monsters, but at the end of the day, I think what makes this deck so difficult to deal with, because The turn 1 plays are very simple in the deck, very straightforward. I think Lava Golem, excellent card for this deck because 1, it gets rid of your opponent's monsters. 2, you don't need that normal summon in your deck because Golden Castle makes it so you lose your normal summon or set for that turn. You also have rank 4 plays options with the Iron Hawes combo, although if you're doing with the Isolde with the Broken Bamboo Sword, which I've seen, and this is kind of why I want to show this gameplay off here, is that you can run into consistency issues. Drawing multiple Iron Knights is really just bad because he's not very good. I know he has that effect where if Golden Castle is on the field, you could add any warrior monster from your deck to your hand, whatever it's, what is it? If it's destroyed in battle, if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you get to add anything. But like, it's too slow, really. The Golden Castle like is really what makes the deck. I don't really think the rank 4 engine is super optimal, other than for, of course, going for a soul or a soul day when you just have the ability to summon Hans. Hans then lets you just get out Iron Knight for free. So it has like a rank 4 engine, but I think that the correct play is usually going to be Isolde because she lets you search out a lot of different things. And if you're running the Invoke build, with Alistar, you obviously have your Dark Target pretty easy. And then over here we've got Makaba, which, yeah, you know, Makaba is a pretty decent card at the end of the day, and he's going to go ahead and attack. He's going to activate its effect. But you have a lot of, like, fodder in this deck because, like, a lot of the cards are kind of mediocre. Like, without the field spell, the carriage is pretty much, like, terrible. And Cinderella is what gets you that card for free in the first place anyways. But you'll see that a common theme, again, they'll just go Castle, go for the Cinderella, then have the Pumpkin. He ends up making a Borlo Dragon over here. Go ahead and attack into that monster. And he's going to be able to boost up his Necroface to have extra attack courtesy of Hex Shrewd, which actually is a pretty cool effect. Her effect is that once per turn, if Golden Castle Stormberg is on the field, you get to just blow up 1 card on the field. That's really insane. And then, if you do that, it gets to attack double times. And every time it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target a face-up monster you control, and it gains extra attack over here. So that's kind of interesting. So this one over here is a 1-punch build. So I've seen this a few times. I'm not sure if I personally think it's the greatest, but it seems like a lot of people really enjoy this. Basically, you are going to be using the Cinderella's effect to attack directly to 1-punch your opponent, but then your opponent can't like hit you back because you've got, of course, the combo. If you have the field spell, a real easy, simple combo. All you gotta do is activate Golden. It almost reminds me of like Benkei at the end of the day, but you get 1 card for free, which obviously that's going to help out in any deck that's going to be like a one-shot kind of a deck. So he's got Cinderella with over 9,000, and he can attack directly with this. And then this card protects this, and this card is going to protect pretty much all your monsters anyways, unless they can get rid of it. And then also, again, the carriage protects the other cards. Now, this one is a more extensive duel. This is going to be a tag duel, but the plays are pretty real with the Ear of Millions. So it's almost like another version of Grenmaj Daiza, but it like can get rid of a monster too because it vanishes when it attacks, which it definitely is pretty nice. I mean, we're already starting off the tag duel pretty spicy. I mean, already the guy, we're in the other guy's basically first turn, all right? We're at 31,000 life points. He's already healed for 16,000. So if that's not even a tag duel, you would start out with that much life points. That's insane, man. I mean, even if your opponent board wipes you, this card is still just really annoying. If he was to like Raigeki, he still has this, and then obviously he has like another card, which happens to be alert, which he's not going to really utilize. I guess he could have alerted the other Eater of Millions, but he's got 2 monsters with 2,500 attack. Obviously, you can go into Link Karibo, but I think the deck is pretty nasty. I'm not sure if I personally like this build. I've never really liked Soul Absorption in majority of decks. I know in some variants of random cheesy decks, you heal up to the point where your opponent can't really compete at all, right? But overall, the archetype isn't even fully out yet. We only have just a few cards, guys, but the deck is already looking pretty good. And I saw this in a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Community discussions. First, it was, it's not that OP. All the Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers are saying it's broken. I think it's absolutely broken. Some people think it's broken. Some people are like, no, it's just a really good thing. And then the videos started coming out where there's a 1-card FTKs with just Golden Castle. So then everyone says, okay, it's broken. At least most people acknowledge that this deck is broken. The other FTKs, I might make a separate video. I kind of want to talk about this because the FTK requires OCG, TCG because it requires needle fiber. which, yeah, by the way, Konami, where is that needle fiber at? Because I've been waiting for that card. I think everyone's been waiting for that card, but by the time it comes out, it might be like too late. Like, you know how the Gauss, by the time it came out, it was way too late anyways. But look at this. He's winning the duel with 42,000 life points. I just had to share that one. But this one over here, which one was this one? Okay, so this one over here, even though his opponent doesn't even attack, if his opponent attacked into him, his opponent would have actually pranked himself anyways, but it's just to show you guys that this deck is just, it's very fast. Okay, we see Soul Absorption over here. Interesting choice that he wants that one card, but anyways, he's going to go ahead and start trying an extra card, Soul Absorption, getting that small little boost here. He's not going to attack because of Golden Castle, but keep in mind in Grand Module.Eeza, it'll get that effect of its defense as well. So if he would have attacked into it, he would have technically got pranked anyways, but he's not going to be able to attack into it. This card just makes the deck. It honestly does. And that's pretty much like the summing up. Okay, this one over here is... reading is hard. Yeah, you're right. Dude, it's just time and time again. A lot of the replays, like I said, were similar. However, this one I wanted to show off just Hidden Army, just to talk about it for like 1 second. But Hidden Army is a spell card that says send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. You get to add any equipped spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You can't normal summon, but that's okay in this deck because you don't need to normal summon because, of course, this gives you the full combo and it gives you a free equip. So if it's Mage Power, you guys can see it's almost game. He almost had it. He was so close. He was 100 points off. I feel bad for him. He was so close over there. But this also gives you another 1,000 points of attack, so it's kind of dirty. And then also, after you inflict damage, you can actually equip the Golden Slippers to your opponent's monster. So he ends up getting rid of Cinderella by banishing it. But he attacks, and, well... Golden Castle! Reading is hard, but it didn't matter. He would have tributed for Lava Golem. I think Lava Golem is a spicy tech, though. But yo, shout outs to all you guys for sending in those really cool replays. I like showing off like the variety, so shout outs to all you guys once again for sending those in. If you guys want to send any cool replays of anything, but this video obviously was focused on the new Cinderella. I want to know what you guys think of whatever you guys want to call it, Disney, Cinderella, the Fairy Tale deck, because keep in mind, there's a lot more cards that we need for other support because there's technically targets that like don't act, well there's multiple targets in the deck that should be added for a card that says one of like a certain thing, but we'll have to wait and see how broken the other support is. But I personally think the deck is broken, but I want to know down below in the comment section below, guys, do you think it's broken now that you guys have seen it? It really comes down to the field spell, but the field spell, again, guys, it's protected by the pumpkin carriage, so it's not the easiest thing to get rid of. It usually requires like three cards, about 3 cards to get rid of for a majority of decks. But anyways, thanks for watching, and if you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm signing out.